this all over. This nature is corrupt. This nature is desperately wicked. This nature could never be altered. That's why Jesus told John that this is necessary. You must be born again. I just come to bring you to church a message today, and I think this hit everybody around the board. It come for church people and for them that's coming to church and for them that don't want church no more. God is calling us back to the place where we'll cry out until he do something on the inside of us. Tell him to show up on the outside. So here it is in Galatians chapter 1. And verse 10 reads,
for do I now persuade men or God?
All right.
Or do I seek to please men?
For
if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Christ.
So Paul is writing to the church of Galatians, but he's applying himself to the church. What he's saying is, I'm not out to please man.
All right.
I'm out to try to serve and please God. I hear echo. And he said, I'm not out to please man, but I'm out to please God. Can I say that one more time? Because I think the church needs to come to a place where we're not trying to please man, but we're trying to please God. Because guess what? When it all boils down, nobody can grade your life like God can. You can live circumspectly before people, but if you ain't living nothing before God, God had the final grade. And it's time for us to not live to please people, but try to live to please God. Because after this is all said and done, you're not going to stand before people, you're going to stand before God. So now it's time for us as believers in knowing that at this hour, our time is winding up. And guess what? I can hear the Lord because I'll go with him the way he teaches me, or I'll go the way he's leading me. And right now we're in a place where the things that we're doing and the time that we had doing them, they're running out. Aren't you in a place where you tired of doing what you're doing, but you have made it a habit, so you can't break it right now, so you constantly doing the same thing, but something on the inside is calling you out of what you're doing because you have made a pattern of the things that you're doing, but yet you hear something on the inside that is calling you. God is calling us.
Bless him in your name, Lord.
It's all right.
Jesus.
Thank you. I said, he said, I don't want to please, man. I'm working my time. Read.
Bless him in your name, God. Verse 11.
Read.
But I certify you, brethren, that the gospel which was preached of me is not after men. For I neither received it of man.
That's why I thank God. They say I was brought up in church, but I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening to nothing nobody was talking about. Because I couldn't wait till church was over so I could do what I wanted to do. Because you in church, that don't mean you know God. Because you're brought up in church, that don't mean you know God. You might be brought up into church stuff, so you know church stuff. But there's a difference between church stuff and the Spirit of God. There is a difference between your upbringing and knowing church stuff than the Spirit of God. And oh, how sweet it is. If I would have known back then that Jesus is the way he is now, my God, I would have been came to him. But because I saw church stuff, I didn't want Jesus. But can I tell you that Jesus is not church stuff? He is the Son of the living God. Will somebody in here help me that loves Jesus and not church? Somebody pray what we're going to get through today. Hallelujah. Oh, bless his name. Oh, bless his name. I said I'm going to get to where I'm going. Somebody ought to give him praise one more time. Hallelujah. Oh, bless the name of Jesus. Hallelujah. So, read on, and I'm about to move because Paul said, what was preached to me, I didn't get this thing from man.
Neither was I taught it.
Meaning, what I got, the way I'm teaching it to you, no man taught me this.
But by the revelation.
But by revelation And God placed me in a place. Because he knew he had a people that was coming. And he didn't need me to be subject under the tradition of man. Because if I be subject to the tradition of man, then I can't do it the way he want me to do it. So he had to bring me out of the church setting. He had to bring me away from where we think we ought to have it at. And he put me in a jail cell. And in the jail cell, he revealed himself to me. My God, I love him today. My son, somebody ought to give him praise right there. You might not be excited about it, but he didn't have to allow me to make it to where I made it, but he allowed me to make it there. And when he allowed me to make it there, he revealed himself to me. Oh, bless his name. Got a little bit more time. I'm going to work it because I want to talk to y'all. Working. Glory to God. So Paul said, nobody taught me this. And when you really look at it, church folks didn't want to have nothing to do with Saul. Church folks were scared of Saul. Church folks said, leave Saul way over there. Matter of fact, when Saul came to church, they didn't believe him anyway. And what the Lord told me, and I'm just going to go ahead of myself, the Lord told me to say, I'm going to bring a whole lot of Sauls this Sunday morning. He said, because what I'm going to do for these Sauls, I'm going to make them become Pauls. Glory to God. I said I read it before my time. I need to read it to you first. Let's read it. I'm going to take my time. Read it.
For ye have heard of my conversation in time past. In Jews' religion. How that beyond measure I persecuted the church of God.
He said, I beat up the church. And the Lord let me see this thing. Watch this. Sometimes we think you're not in church beating up church people. But when somebody is reared up in church and called by God, and we abuse them on the streets by giving them drugs, we abuse them on the streets by tearing them down, we are beating up God's church. Can I tell you, you was God before you got here. You belonged to him before you made it to church. You was God when they was out there mishandling you. And God said, it's time for you to get off my church. Right. Saul was mishandling church. God's church. Oh, God. He was beating God's church up. Can I tell you something? When you run in your life and whoever you engage him with, guess what? All of us was reared up in church. And whether you in church, living the life, or outside the church, when God gets tired of the Saul spirit beating on you, he's going to call you back to church. Somebody help me, because your time is running out right now. Can I tell you, you on a time clock, and the Lord already warned me. He told me, you ain't got to come in here beat them up. You ain't got to fight them. He said, because I'm setting events that's going to beat them up, because I'm bringing them out of what they are in, and they can't stay in it no longer, because I have need of them. And before my son, let me read some more Bible. I'm running ahead of myself.
Verse 14.
Yes.
And profited in the Jews' religion above many equals in mine own nation. Being